We are Blackmore. We are Ohio.
Round one of this four-game showdown went to the Tigers, who brought their dancing shoes and jumped on the Indians early to take a 2.5-game lead in the AL Central. The first three innings have been a problem for the Tribe against Detroit, getting outscored 26-10. Carlos Carrasco will try to slow down the Motor City Kitties next on Sports Time Ohio. From Progressive Field in downtown Cleveland, it's Indians baseball. Tonight, Game 2 of their four-game series between the Indians and the Detroit Tigers. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. Well, things didn't start out the way the Indians had hoped in this four-game series. They were thumped last night. 7-zip was the final score. They didn't pitch well. Obviously, they didn't hit. But the key is they need a good start. They haven't had one of those. Only Justin Masterson in their last 10 outings has had a start that's gone 6 innings or more. And so they'll look to Carlos Carrasco, who will get the ball tonight. Carrasco has not pitched well in the opportunities he's had so far this year.
Well, his second time that he was coming off of the suspension, he had to start against the Tigers. He was afraid to pitch inside. He was afraid to get suspended again, so it didn't go very well. And, you know, he's looking for a win. He hasn't had one in his last 11 starts. It's either been a no decision or a loss. This year he's 0-3 with an 8.17, so hopefully he can give Terry Francona some distance. He will be matched up against Anibal Sanchez. In his career in the 4 games, he's 2-1. First time he's pitched against the Indians this year against the Tigers, so he's going out there. He had some shoulder issues. He's a breaking ball guy. He's got another good changeup that he can slow down that offense as well.
All right, we'll see if the Indians can get the bats going and get a good start from Carlos Carrasco. The play-by-play action between the Tribe and the Tigers as the Indians try to close the gap on first place Detroit. It's all straight ahead on Sports Time Ohio. Another beautiful day here for baseball. 75 degrees at game time. Cloudy skies overhead, but the Indians and the Tigers ready to duel once again. And Carlos Carrasco on the hill for Cleveland. There's Miguel Cabrera. Let's see the rest of Jim Leyland's starting 9 today. Austin Jackson leading it off. Torrey Hunter back in the lineup, batting in the 2-hole. Then Cabrera, followed by Prince Fielder. Victor Martinez, a 3-for-3 performance last night. Then Johnny Peralta, Andy Dirks, Alex Avila, and Ramon Santiago rounded out. Carlos Carrasco into the wine, and today's first pitch is a fastball in there for strike one. Another fastball right back to the screen. It's 0-2. Jackson coming off a tough night personally as he went 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts last night.
Well, and that's one of the guys you want to keep off base before the big boppers in the middle part of the lineup.
Upstairs with the heater. Nothing but pass balls on the first 3 offerings to Jackson. Slider down and away. 2-2. Glad to have you with us on this late afternoon start. Game 2 of their 4-game tussle. 1 o'clock game tomorrow, and then a 7 p.m. wrap-up Monday night. Here's the 2-2. Fastball.
Yes, he did.
Strike 3 called, and that is out number 1. Jackson rung up by Joe West.
I don't know if he called it on the pitch or the swing, but it was a good fastball right on the outside edge. Yeah, it was both. He swung and it was called.
Didn't matter. Joe West called it a called third strike. So here's Torrey Hunter. He sat out yesterday. He missed a game recently when he was hit by a pitch up in Toronto. But yesterday was more of a day off against Justin Masterson.
Well, and Kelly had good numbers against Masterson, and he went out, and, you know, you give one of your veterans a day off.
Plus, he played, I think, all the games in that 4-game series on turf.
Right.
Tends to wear your legs out a little bit.
Well, they were in Tampa prior to going to Toronto, so those are the only 2 turf fields. Well, that was our trip, the very first trip of the year. It was Toronto-Tampa. They did it the opposite. They went Tampa-Toronto.
The 2-0. Fastball hit to right. On the move. Stubbs dives. Can't get it. It goes by him, and Torrey Hunter, still great speed, is headed all the way to third. And so a 1-out triple for the Tigers here in the first.
Yes, one of those plays. Hunter didn't hit it hard. And Stubbs was on the run. He felt he could dive and make the play. The ball ran out of gas. You see, he broke back and now broke over, and it was just under his glove. He thought he was going to be able to get there. It gets by him. That enables Hunter to get to third base, his second triple of the year. Well, now Detroit with an opportunity to take a first-inning lead.
They've been doing a lot of that when it comes to playing against the Indians. They've outscored the Tribe 26-10 in the first 3 innings of their matchup so far this year. Miguel Cabrera had 1 hit last night, but it was an RBI single. Leading the league in batting average and runs batted in. And a line drive right field. Stubbs makes the catch. Hunter had to get back and tag, and now he can't score.
How about that? There you go. You make up for it.
2 down.
One of those plays, it's a line drive. It wasn't hit deep, and Stubbs was playing in a little bit. But when Hunter was coming down the line, he had a tough time to get back and tag up to get everything going, and the throw was on the way, and he just felt he wasn't going to get there. And Stubbs makes a nice throw. 1 hopper into Santana, and I think it was a wise move by Hunter, holding his own.
Now 2 down for Prince Fielder. 0 for 3 last night. Prince Fielder, 14 homers, 65 driven in. 0 for 3 last night. 1 ball, 1 strike. One thing that Fielder will do is he'll take his walks. He has 45 of those, 7th most in the league. Down in the dirt, good block by Santana.
Detroit was 5 of 14, 2 out hitting last night. They did a good job. 4 for 6 with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. There's a ball down in the dirt. That little split ball that Santana able to keep in front of him.
Kind of a check half swing. It was a fastball, 2-2. And Carrasco now 1 strike away from getting out of trouble. And the 2-2. Hit on the hole. Chisenhall cuts it off, throws across, got him. And the inning is over. A scoreless first for Carlos Carrasco. The Indians are coming to bat. Is the starting lineup for Cleveland today. Brought to you by Progressive, making it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. Michael Bourne leading it off as Drupal Cabrera second. Jason Kipnis with a 16-game hitting streak bats third. Swisher, Brantley, Santana in the middle. Jason Giambi, Lonnie Chisenhall, and Drew Stubbs round it out. Anibal Sanchez delivers, and Bourne a swing and a miss.
First start that Sanchez is making against the Indians this year. And this is his first start since coming off the disabled list with a right shoulder strain.
Missed inside. There's a floater to right, but it'll hang up for Torrey Hunter, 1 down.
Let's set the Tigers defense for you behind Sanchez this afternoon. It's going to be Dirksen left, Jackson center, Hunter is in right. Cabrera at third, Peralta at short, Santiago at second. Fielder is at first with Avila behind the plate. And Anibal Sanchez on the mound, making his 14th start of the year. He is 6-5, but a great 2.76 earned run average. Look at the 101 strikeouts in just 81 2/3 innings. He has had a 17 strikeout game this year. That came against Atlanta in April. He's had a 12 strikeout game against Minnesota. And this guy is he's been very good for him.
As Dribble Cabrera looks at a fastball strike over the outside corner.
He signed a big 5-year deal with Detroit. You remember it was going to go to the Cubs, and Detroit came in right at the last moment and signed him to a 5-year deal.
Well, it's certainly a nice compliment to the Tigers' rotation with Verlander, Scherzer.
You got to add Porcello the way he's pitched against the Indians.
Boy, you're not kidding.
Fister, who will be pitching tomorrow for him. Yeah, they've got their starters. They've got the best starters in the league, I believe.
The 2-1, swing and a miss. Evens the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this Cabrera strikes out. 2 down. Take a look at our keys to the game today. Try to win the first 3. I mean, that's been the problem against Detroit, falling behind early against the Tigers and then having to come from behind all day long. And we'll see how sharp Sanchez is. So far, he looks pretty good.
Well, the question will be how long will they send him out there for, how many pitches today, making his first start since coming off the DL.
Upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Kipnis with a career-high 16-game hitting streak. He's also hit in 26 of his last 27 games overall. Foul back. Rolling up a lot of multi-hit efforts during that time, as well as just getting on base. 36 straight. Stat of the game brought to you by your Northern Ohio Buick dealers. The 2-1 to Kipnis now is ball 3. Full count. Sanchez agrees on a pitch, the 3-2. Swung on and missed. He shows no rust. Coming off the DL, retires his side in order in the first. McDonald's now introducing 3 exciting new Quarter Pounders. And by Kia. No score, second inning. Victor Martinez, Johnny Peralta, and Andy Dirks due up for Detroit. Carlos Carrasco worked around that one-out triple in the first. And it's outside ball one. Martinez, 3 for 3 last night. Couple of RBI hits against his former club. Last night, the Tigers were 5 for 10 with runners in scoring position. They had a lot of clutch hits.
Well, yeah, you look at Dirks and Martinez this year against the Indians, and they're having a terrific year. 3 homers, 12 ribbies, 370 average. They've been able to control like Cabrera and Fielder to a certain amount. When you think about it, they're hitting 257. But these two guys used to say Dirks and Victor. Well, we know Victor can hit, and he does some damage.
Well, I mean, you look at their numbers coming in. Martinez 242, Dirks 246.
Right.
But last night they were 5 for 7.
They're hitting a combined 244 average. That's who's doing the damage to you. And then Santiago, who had 2 RBIs on the whole year, gets a 2-out base hit and gets them rolling.
Carrasco takes aim with a 2-2 pitch. And Victor hits it high and deep but fouled on the right side.
Better be careful going in there. You went in there with a good fastball. You better get it in and miss off the plate. This one was in, but this goes to show you how quick. It was up. No, that wasn't in. That was up. Belled high. If you're going to get it in, Carlos, you're going to have to go more than that. He's ready for it. And that's with 2 strikes.
Now the fastball away. And he just flicks it foul, out of play. Terry Francona trying to reverse the motion. They've lost 3 in a row after they had won 15 out of 20 and were just really playing good baseball. Martinez bounces on right at Kipnis, and the second baseman has it, 1 away.
Let's check out the Kia Indians defense for you this afternoon. Brantley's in left, Bourne in center, Stubbs in right. Chisenhall at third, Cabrera at short. Kipnis is at second with Swisher at first and Santana behind the plate. Carlos, his 6th start coming into this year. He's 0-3 and an 8.17 earned run average at home. He is 0-2 and a 6.32. It's been a little different on the road. Higher ERA. He just needs a win. He's gone 11 starts with a no decision and no wins. So,
well, he's just trying to get back on track. I mean, his numbers are scattered all over parts and bits and pieces of seasons.
Right.
With the injury, the suspension, everything he's had to deal with. So he just needs to kind of get in the rotation and find some rhythm. Pitch every 5 days here in the big leagues. He was throwing the ball well at AAA, but that's AAA, and now he's got to try to translate his success there to the big leagues. 1-1 pitch. Swing. No, he didn't go. Thought maybe he went around. 2-1. And a base hit to center field for Peralta. So 1 on, 1 out for Detroit here in the second inning. Carlos Carrasco Obviously, the initials are CC, and Katie Witham tells us there's one more C that he'd like to add to his initials. Consistency, Katie.
Well, Matt, Carlos Carrasco is actually, his pitching schedule is a little off right now from being called up and sent down so much. He's pitching on extended 2 days rest today. On Wednesday, the Indians actually had him come out of the bullpen for the Columbus Clippers. He threw 24 pitches, went an inning and 2/3. Mickey Callaway said they wanted to keep him fresh. They also wanted him to work on using his fastball more. He's not under any pitch count limitations today, though.
Now Andy Dirk steps in. Fouls the first pitch right back. Dirk's 2 for 4 with 2 doubles last night. Now the count 0-2.
You know, when you look at the totals for Carrasco this year, left-handers came into this game hitting 350 off him, right-handers 320. So he's given up a ton of hits. Just a matter of finding a groove. He came out of his last start with the White Sox leading 5-4. It wasn't his fault. He had a couple guys on base, and the bullpen gave up a couple, but he did give up 10 hits in 5 2/3 innings. Ended up giving up 6 runs.
The 2-2. Down on the dirt. Carrasco blocks it. Full count. See how Jim Leland plays this. Peralta not fleet of foot. Payoff pitch, runner goes, and a weak chopper to first. So Swisher will take it himself. They would not have been able to turn 2 anyway, as weakly as that ball was hit. But now Peralta is in the scoring position, and there are 2 down for Alex Avila. Avila's just had a rough go of it. Batting a .174. He didn't hit much last year, but obviously he handles the staff well. He's pretty good defensively.
He had his knee issues too last year. Remember, he spent some time on the disabled list with the knees, and boy, a couple of years ago when he was driving the ball, he's a good low ball hitter. You have to have your knees, and when you're a catcher, it's hard to get him underneath you when you're catching every day.
0 for his last 10 offensively. Carrasco deals. And it's downstairs in the dirt. Ball 1. Tigers have won 10 of their last 13 against the Indians. Tribe won 2 of their first 3 meetings. Since then, it's been all Detroit. A 1-0. Swung on and missed.
That's a pitch Avila has problems with. It's something upstairs. He's another good low ball hitter. Likes the ball down and can hit it left center to right center.
Then the 1-1. Strike called on the inside edge.
Let's look at this pitch on our Nissan pitch tracker. A fastball inside, has a little comeback to it. Santana holds it right where it's at, inside corner. Good pitch.
2 down with a runner at second base. And Carrasco delivers the 1-2 pitch. Another one in the dirt. Santana's been active today.
Well, that pitch there, it's almost like it's a three-fingered pitch, Matty, where he comes out with it. It's like a splitter, although it's not a split. Let's look at it. Look, you can see it's almost like a split,
sure
where that
is.
middle finger is behind it to guide it, and it depends on how much pressure he puts on it. But it's a feel pitch, and you can see right now he's trying to get a feel for it because Santana's all over the place blocking it.
And the 2-2.
That was a better one. When you can get the right pressure at the right points. And I'll tell you what, Sanchez is a guy that throws it as well. You can see it. It's held like a three-finger. It's like a little kid throwing a little league kid throwing the fastball with three fingers, except they'll put pressure on different fingers. And you'll have a little different movement on it.
2-2. Out of play. That was the fastball at 97 miles an hour, and Avila just got a piece of it. Johnny Peralta at second base with 2 down. Full count. Fastball was away. Carrasco about to make his 40th pitch here.
Yeah, he averages 18 pitches per inning, so he's right around his average.
And the 3-2 is fouled away.
And that's what they did last night to Masterson. Foul balls, foul balls, foul balls with 2 strikes. They had 18 foul balls last night as a team with 2 strikes, which, you know, you're not able to put the hitter away, and it gets frustrating. Gets that pitch count up, makes you work that much harder.
Shortest outing of the year last night for Justin. No score here in the second. Carrasco sets in the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Carrasco is fanned a pair. No score, middle of the second. Been a great holiday weekend. sold out last night. Pretty good crowd here this afternoon. Omar Vizquel, former Indians all-time great, throwing out the ceremonial first pitch. He'll join us coming up in a little while.
Fourth inning, right? We'll see Omar, we hope.
Swisher with a hit in 5 of his last 6 games. Takes a half-hearted attempt, and he's down on the count 0-2.
I'm thinking that's the same pitch Sanchez throws. It's with the 3 fingers, that about 90, because he's getting it up to anywhere 93 to 96 with his fastball. And he's taken off at about 89, 90 with that other pitch. And he's got a good curveball, too.
Sanchez is a guy who you watch him throw, and it looks like there's no effort at all, and the ball just pops in at 97.
Oh, yeah, well, this is a pretty good pitch. Call the ball. That's not a bad 0-2 pitch. Ouch.
That hit him. Oh, man, they get him on the knee?
Got both. It got Swisher and it got Avila on the ricochet. He went with that breaking ball down and in, and I don't know where it got him, but it hurt.
Indians get their leadoff man aboard. Let's take a look at this pitch again. Oh, on the top of the foot, almost like by the ankle.
Back foot got him. No, yeah, you talk about a back foot breaking ball. You heard it hit and then heard another sound. That was off Avila. So that didn't feel very good, but Swisher's up and running it off. So the Indians with their leadoff man aboard. It's his first hit batter this year.
Michael Brantley steps to the plate. .95 at the knees, outside corner.
Sanchez, when you look at his numbers, he's only given up 4 home runs this year. All 4 have come on the road, where he is 1-4 in an ERA of 4. He has loved pitching at home. He's 5-1 in a 1.64 ERA. Left-handers are going to have to do the damage today.
When he works out of the windup, he'll turn his back to the hitter before coming home with it. With a runner on base, he can't quite give as much deception to the hitter because he's got to worry about the run game. That's in the dirt, and a great pick by Avila. That was the same pitch that he hit Swisher with, I think. Or maybe that was just a fastball that he spiked in the ground. Whatever the case is, it's a heck of a play by Avila to keep Swisher from rolling down to second. Ground ball off the glove of fielder. He recovers and flips, and they got him at first. The key there is the fact that fielder never panicked.
Yeah, and Sanchez was heads up enough to get over there. From our angle, it didn't look like he had his foot on the bag, and that's what Brantley was looking at and asking over there at first base, but he must have had the foot on the bag. Sam Holbrook called him out. And once he didn't backhand it, you had a chance for a double play, but he was heading over there, and let's see. He's on it, and here comes the foot. He was searching for it until it was close.
Looked like Brantley might have almost stepped on his foot. He did.
It was right next to it. If not, he did get a piece of it. So Swisher moves up into scoring position now.
You know, Santana's got that's become a bad habit all of a sudden where he throws his hands up. And the umpires aren't watching the hitter. They're watching the plate.
Well, he's been doing that a lot lately. We have commented on that where sometimes you jump back, his arms just go straight up like it's way inside. That's different. He never used to do that.
Not that exaggerated anyway. I mean, if the pitch is inside, it's one thing, but 1 ball, 1 strike. Santana, 4 hits in his last 9 at-bats, so he's starting to pick it up, and the Indians certainly need that. Back out of play. Detroit already 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Something they did a great job of last night, and Terry Francona would like to see his club take advantage. 7th best all season long with runners in scoring position, a .275 team average. Looking for that knock right here to give him the lead. Tied him up, strikes him out. 3rd K for Sanchez, 2 down in the inning.
Well, swing for the fences with the new Home Run Derby mobile game from MLB.com. It's available on iPhone and iPad. You can download free today.
Well, here's Jason Giambi getting the start today. He's been swinging the bat much better. 13 hits in his last 46 at-bats. Of those 13 hits, 4 homers, 3 doubles, and 10 runs batted in. So those are his season numbers, the .208 average. But in his last 20 games, that average at .283. Trying to deliver that 2-out RBI hit now, taking it's a called strike 0-2. Got inside on him. Gets by Sanchez, but he recovers, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, 1 man left. Through 2, no score in Cleveland. You to let us know what you think of this new piece of heavy artillery. Tweet us at SportsTimeOhio, #Phantom. Pitch outside, ball 1 to Ramon Santiago, batting 9th today for Detroit. Switch hitter. Be followed by Austin Jackson and then Torrey Hunter. The 2-0 pitch And a fastball strike. Santiago had a big hit last night, driving in a pair. Said he's been just trying to choke up, short swing, make contact. Grounds out here, one away. Our injury report brought to you by Elk & Elk. Serious lawyers for serious injuries. Call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Terry Francona said they'd love to have Zach McAllister back yesterday. But they've got to take their time. He's progressing.
He's making headway, isn't he?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, right?
What'd they say? After the All-Star break, he gets an opportunity to go out and get a start in the minor leagues.
There is Zach McAllister. Another guy on that list that you saw who is working extremely hard to try and get back. That's over the head of Brantley. And Austin Jackson has a double. Is Josh Tomlin. Now, whether or not he can get back in time to pitch in meaningful games this year, we'll have to wait and see. But I wouldn't bet against him, put it that way.
That's the third hit for the Tigers, all coming with one out. He tried to throw one inside, and he speeds up the bat of him. And that wasn't the good four-seamer. That was that pitch where he didn't have enough on it, and Jackson turned on it. One hops the wall. His 12th double.
Swing and a miss by Torrey Hunter. Here's another look at the Phantom Cam as Austin Jackson barrels one up for extra bases.
Well, you see, you catch that ball, hits the sweet part of the bat. It has a tendency to jump, doesn't it?
What I think is really interesting is the shot we had last night. Was it Miguel Cabrera who got it off the end of the bat, and you could see the bat
vibrate.
You could see it wiggle.
Yeah.
And when they barrel it up, that bat doesn't move one iota.
That's why they call it the sweet spot. And I'll tell you right now, Carrasco, when he's making some mistakes, they're upstairs in the strike zone. He's got to concentrate on getting the ball down. That pitch to Jackson was up. That one that Hunter just missed right there was up.
To center field. And Michael Bourne ends up making a diving catch for out number 2. That ball was hit so hard that it started to sing. Might have been knuckling, and then it just dove straight down.
Yeah, he hit it on the nose, and you're right. It was knuckling because Jackson was off. He was thinking he's not going to catch it. But you can tell by the concentration. He's going with two hands, and then he sees that ball, and he says, I think I can size it up, and I have it. That ball had some either top spin going down, or you're right, it might have been knuckling out there. It was hit right on the nose. But it's out number 2.
So with 2 down, Miguel Cabrera fouls the first pitch off. Our Firestone Complete Auto Care Extra Mile Index. Prince Fielder leading the way in runs batted in, but Chris Davis of Baltimore right there nipping at his heels.
I never realized he was behind him that much. I thought Cabrera was out running it, but that Davis is having some kind of year as well.
Outside.
That got inside out.
Yeah, you could tell he didn't barrel that one. And Cabrera lined out to right field. One pitch. Well, Miguel Cabrera trying to do some 2-out damage. Carrasco, the 1-2 pitch. Upstairs with it. Now the set on the 2-2. Hit deep to left. Brantley back, looking up. Goodbye. Miguel Cabrera, his 27th home run of the season. RBIs number 87 and 88 as the Tigers take a 2-0 lead.
You know, it truly does. It amazes me how you want to pitch to this guy. When you get 2 strikes on him, you have first base open, and you throw a breaking ball and you want to hang it. I can see bouncing it. I can't see throwing it down the middle. I mean, I know it's a mistake. He's not trying to do it, but this is the guy you don't let beat you. It's Cabrera, 86 RBIs. Now give him 88. It's a 2-0 Tiger lead.
Prince Fielder takes a strike. Those are the kind of mistakes you don't get away with. There's a high drive to deep right field, and you can forget about this one. Back-to-back blasts from the Tigers, 3 and 4 hitters, and they lead it 3-0.
Is that another breaking ball?
A momentary lapse in concentration. And it accounts for 3 quick Tigers runs.
Well,
Take
let's
another
go.
look.
Look, that's the breaking ball again upstairs. You can't live at the belt with a breaking ball. If you're going to throw it, you have to bounce it to good hitters and let them chase it. Anytime you leave it up in the zone, I mean, it's a hanger. You're speeding up their bat. So you see the 2 breaking balls that he did throw, one to Cabrera, one to Fielder. You see where they ended up is in the seats. It's a 3-0 Detroit lead now. So he's given up 5 hits, and 4 of them have been extra bases, the double, the triple, the 2 home runs, and everything has been up in the zone. He's got to get it down.
Victor Martinez grounded to second his first time up. And he launches a first pitch to deep right field. Stubbs back, it's over his head. And Victor's going to go into second base with a double. 3 straight 2-out hits for Detroit. All extra base knocks. That might have been that split change type thing.
Well, whatever it is, it went out of here. That's the last 4 pitches. They have the 2 home runs and the double. They have not been sitting around waiting on them.
Seventh man to bat in the inning is Johnny Peralta. Well, he got out of trouble in the first 2 innings, but here in the third, second time through the order, it hasn't happened for him.
Well, in his last start against the Tigers, he loaded the bases in each of the first 3 innings. They ended up scoring 6 runs, and they stranded 5 base runners. And remember, it was that bases clearing double on the breaking ball from Fielder into right center field.
That's the first time, by the way, this year that Miguel Cabrera and Prince Fielder have hit back-to-back home runs. 416 foot on the blast by Cabrera, 391 on the homer by Fielder. The 1-2 pitch. Right back up the middle. And around third, coming home is Martinez. Here's Bourne's throw to the plate, cut off by Swisher.
I think he
They've
missed.
got Peralta.
They should check third base, too. I'm not sure Victor touched third base.
The tag put on by Cabrera. The third base umpire, Rob Drake, was standing right on top of third base.
I don't think he touched it. just from my own view, and I don't know if anybody saw it.
Take another look as Victor comes around. Looked like he got the inside of the bag. Run scores, 4-0 Tigers. Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one, to stay tuned later in the game for Miller Time, brought to you by Miller Lite. Well, bottom of the third, the Indians find themselves already in a 4-0 hole. 29-10. 26-4, make that 30-10. The Tigers have outscored the Indians in the first 3 innings to this point.
Okay, let's take a look at him. Rounding the base. Yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
Attaboy. Always keep your eye on him. You never know.
Lonnie Chisenhall takes a strike.
That's why I need those cameras nowadays. I'm getting old. My eyes are getting bad.
Foul back out of play, 1-2 for Chisenhall.
Again, the Tigers coming, doing damage with 2 outs in the top half of that 3rd inning.
Foul back. Well, they were 0 for their first 3 with a runner in scoring position, but 2 for 3 in that 3rd inning. It's what we talked about before. It comes down to limiting the opportunities that you give their good hitters. The more they get, the more the odds are going to flip into their favor eventually.
They're going to hit into games, but you certainly don't throw Cabrera. He had him down in the count 0-2 or 1-2, and he ends up hanging him a breaking ball. If you're going to throw him a breaking ball, you got to bounce it. They're 9 for 20 in the first 2 games of this 4-game series with 2 outs. And, hey, we have seen the Indians this year do their damage with 2 outs. They were around 50% of their runs at one point in time with 2 outs. And it's a beautiful thing when you can do it offensively. And it's a backbreaker to a team.
Chisenhall right back up the middle on a base hit. First hit of the game for the Tribe. And their leadoff man aboard for the 2nd inning in a row. Here's today's trivia question brought to you by AT&T. 2 players in Indians history have had hitting streaks of 30 or more games. Who are those 2? We'll have the answer coming up in a little while. Drew Stubbs 1 for 3 last night. Lines one into right field, a base hit. Chisenhall will stop at second. No, he's going to keep on going for third. Throw's cut off.
Atta boy.
And the Indians have runners at the corners with nobody out here in the third.
Yeah, you got to force Hunter to make a good throw there. You don't want to go station to station. Kick it and Guerin get after it. He was not coming in. It wasn't right at him. He had the range to his right. And by the time he could pick the ball up, you could see it was hit right on the nose. See, he stopped thinking it was going to be caught, which you can't get doubled off. And then the backhand play, that's good hustle on Lonnie's part. After not wanting to get doubled off, go ahead. Kick it and Guerin go. Now you've got runners on the corners. There's nobody out. Back up to the top of the lineup.
Well, let's see if Michael Bourne can get the Indians on the board now. The pitch. Sanchez is upstairs with it. Ball one. Bourne 0 for his last 9 after he flied to right his first time up. Snap throw, but Chisenhall, or rather Stubbs back with a dive. Sanchez knows all about Stubbs from his days in the National League. Weakly tapped. It gets by Sanchez. And a quick flip, not in time. How do you like them apples? Michael Bourne just outran the play. And it's an RBI infield single. And the Indians are on the board. It's 4-1.
Well, once Sanchez could make the play, I'll tell you, we've seen Bourne do this time and time and time again, where he gets down the line. And this is going to be our McDonald's. I'm loving it. Sanchez under his glove. Now Santiago's got to come up and make the quick flip. He does, but not before Bourne can beat it out. Great hustle. Indians are on the board. 3 straight hits for them. And they come back quickly and answer.
Boy, that is just what the doctor ordered, Arch. I mean, you got to try to create some offense. And the way Sanchez came out in the first 2 innings, you thought, oh, no, not another Rick Porcello performance, because he was dynamite last night.
Well, that's what makes that going first to third a big play there. You know, you hustle, you get over there, and then Bourne just gets one under the glove of Sanchez and able to beat it out. His speed. Another infield hit for Michael. Now you've got first and second. You've got a little momentum rolling now. There's 19 infield hits. You can see Ichiro still the leader with 22. Very impressive.
All right, 2 on, nobody out is Drupal Cabrera. Man, that's ball 1. Runners go. Here's the throw to third. Not in time. Stubbs with the steal. Bourne ended up not going. I thought he was going to take off. Looked like he started to go, but then maybe just didn't like the jump he had.
That's true. You have to make sure that guy in front of you is going, and you don't want to force him off base. He didn't get a jump. He wasn't ready for it, so he stays put. Stubbs beats it. That's okay. He wasn't sure. You have to be absolutely 100% sure that guy's going from second to third when you're the trailer in that situation, and Bourne wasn't, so he stayed put.
Great second look there on the steal by Stubbs. Now let's see if Bourne takes off here. Draws a throw. First steal of third base this year by Drew Stubbs.
It sure is, and it's his 9th stolen base. So they've got their running game going, and you have the right guys aboard to do it.
Fouled back. 1-2 the count.
Yeah, Cabrera had a good pitch to hit. Changeup. Elevated, was just a little bit out in front of it, and he fouled it straight down. Good pitch to hit, though.
I think he knew it, too.
Yeah.
He knew it. But he's still got a strike to play with here as he tries to keep the Indians' mojo rolling. 3 straight hits to open the inning, a run in. Upstairs 2-2. Jim Leland looking into his catcher, Alex Avila. A lot of times he'll relay signals from the dugout. At 2-2, upstairs, and a full count. Bourne bluffed a move like he might have been off and running, and Avila came up out of his crouch quickly. Well, Bourne stayed put.
He should be off and running here on the full count. Try and create a little something here and just hopes that Cabrera finds a hole. Doesn't hit a ball at anybody.
There goes Bourne. Cabrera lifts one in the air to right field. In comes Torrey Hunter. Charging hard. He'll make the catch. And Bourne speeds back to first. 1 away. That'll bring up Jason Kipnis. Indians down 4-0 early. They get a run back here in the third. And a chance to scratch out at least one more if Kipnis can drive a ball to the outfield.
Well, it's the part of your lineup that you want up now. So this is where the Indians have to make hay right now. They already had a run in first and third. There was nobody out, and you've got Cabrera, Kipnis, and Swisher up.
Big chopper to first. Fielder steps on the bag, and Stubbs cannot score. 2 down. Bourne does get into scoring position, but now they'll need that big 2-out hit.
Yeah, and it was an easy play there for a fielder. Watch him. He knows, all right, good. I'm going to step on first, and let me check the runner at third. See, Sanchez was saying go to second base, but no, in your mind as a defensive player, you're looking at that man at third base. So he steps on the bag. He wasn't even going to make an attempt at throwing to second. They get the second out. The runner moves up. It's now second and third. Now the Indians are going to have to come up with a big 2-out hit if they want to inch any closer.
Now Nick Swisher, hit by a pitch his first time up. Oh, a 2-out hit here would be outstanding. And the Indians this year second best in the majors with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Up high, ball 1. Anibal Sanchez works on the first base side of the pitching rubber. Up and in, 2-0. Stubbs and Bourne aboard with 2 gone here in the third, a run in. The Indians are at least making Sanchez throw some pitches here in the third. He's closing in on 50 for the game. Threw it by him, 2-1. Sanchez working out of the windup, delivers. Took a little something off. It's 2-2. 3 straight hits to open the inning. And a shallow fly ball to right. A ground ball right at the first baseman fielder. And now the 2-2 pitch to Swisher. Sanchez thought it was strike 3. He was headed toward the dugout.
Well, it looked like it was a little upstairs. You know, it was an off-speed pitch, and by the time he catches it, it's above the belt. You better not get that one.
Even Avila wasn't sure where it was going to end up. He looked a little awkward just in catching the ball. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. The Indians get 1, but they strand 2 in scoring position. And after 3, it's Detroit 4, the Indians 1. One lead over the Indians as we go now to the 4th inning. Matt Underwood, Rick Manning with you, and what a pleasure now, joined by Omar Vizquel. 11 times a Gold Glove winner. Welcome back to town. How are you?
Nice to see you guys.
Great
wow,
to see you. It's
very nice to see the game from here. I really miss this.
I watched you play here for 11 years out there. It was fun.
It looked easy from here.
Yes, it does.
Well, you made it look so easy, and that's, I think I speak for all Indians fans. So watching you play over the years, you brought a smile to every game. You brought an energy and a passion to every game. And, you know, sometimes it was fun just watching you take ground balls before the game.
Thank you. And you know what? That has been the key to success for me. You know, I think that if you don't enjoy doing something, it's time to hang it out. And my last 2 years in the major league, it was getting a little heavy. It was hard to bring the smile back because I was in the bench for a while, watching the game. But I was preparing to do what I'm doing right now, coaching and being a manager someday. And I took advantage of what I could see out there in the bench.
So your goal is to become a manager someday at the major league level?
That is my final goal, yeah. I'm going to probably have the opportunity to manage sometime in winter ball in Venezuela and then start learning a little bit about what is being a manager all about.
Well, it may be you better have a lot of aspirin around because I can tell you there's got to be some headaches.
Well, there certainly weren't many headaches when you were playing here. What a club you were a part of with Carlos Baerga at one point. You had a lot of second base partners that you had to deal with on turn and double plays over the years. It's like a revolving door there for a while.
And everybody always tell me who is the best second baseman. Obviously, Robbie Alomar was one of the best that I worked with. It was really fun, really fluid. But I'll tell you what, one of the funniest guys to work with, Carlos Baerga. This guy bring a different personality that not anybody can bring. And I was just hanging out with him down there. We were signing autograph and always smiling. Just great attitude.
You know what's funny about that, Omar, is I remember when Ronnie Belliard was here. and he said you were one of the funniest guys he ever played with. And he said you kept him loose because Ronnie said, I would get tensed up and I would get tight, but Omar would always cracking me up with jokes and keeping me loose. Well, then you leave. Johnny Peralta takes over shortstop, and then Ronnie Belliard did the same thing for Johnny Peralta. He said, I was just doing what Omar did with me to keep Johnny loose.
Yeah, and that stuff kind of like carry throughout the years.
Yeah.
Guys leave, and somebody have to take over the smile, joking kind of thing. Alvaro Espinosa did it with me when I was here in my first couple of years, and I think it was great to see him and Kirby keeping us loose. So it worked like that. It's a chemistry that the team kind of looked for, and that's how we got it.
Well, it was funny because they were the extra men on the team that weren't playing every day. You guys had a set lineup day in and day out, with Albert and Kenny and Carlos and yourself and Sorrento when he was here. It was a different team, and it was a fun team, and it was a very good team.
It looked like all the pieces kind of fall together, Whenever you needed somebody to say something, you have Eddie Murray, Dennis Martinez, and Oral Herchizer. And then whenever it's time to joke around, then you have the SPs and the Kirbys and everybody else. So,
yeah.
It was a great group of guys. I think we didn't realize how special that team was until we really sit back and say, wow, I wish that I could have just enjoy a little more what happened on those years.
Well, I knew one thing. Watching you guys play, I was enjoying it because it was not that easy at the big league level for any team to do what you guys did, let's say in 1975 when you won 100 games and 144.
That's right. And I think also 45,000 people that came to see the game.
Every night
for 7
that's
years.
Right.
You can see the people connecting with the players and having that special moments when you come to the Jacob Field, how they would call it on those times.
Well, there's a nice swing right there. I said he's a good low ball hitter. He takes it the other way, and Brantley plays it on one hop, so they have another start to this inning, first and second, and nobody out. Yeah, you came over here from Seattle, and I mean, to this day, you still live in the Seattle area with your wife, Nicole, correct?
That's right. I'm still out there. Nicholas is 17 years old.
Is he
Nicholas
really?
was born here.
Unbelievable.
In Rainbow Hospital. Yeah, I brought it that day home after we had the baby, and I played with my bracelet, and that day I got 2 hits.
Yeah,
so,
it was
very nice.
17 years old, amazing.
Santana, or I should say Carrasco, throws it away. And coming down to score is Dirks. And runners at second and third now. Carrasco did everything right except make a good throw.
Well, the hesitation was there, and I don't think Chisenhall was at the bag, and that's why he had to wait to make sure the throw was going to be there. So when in doubt, get the out, go to first base. Let's take another look at it and see. Omar, break it down.
Well, yeah, you can see there the third baseman wasn't even close to the bag. Yeah. And I think that's what the hesitation from Carrasco. He wasn't quite sure if he was going to throw the ball there, and that's probably why he threw the ball away.
Absolutely. Anytime there's hesitation, you've got to get it, and it's got to be instinctive, and you've got to make the throw. Chisenhall wasn't at the bag, and he wasn't sure, and he ends up throwing it wild, and now he really set up an inning for the Tigers.
Well, I remember a similar play like that. 1997 American League Championship Series in Baltimore. It seemed like in that Game 6, the Orioles had runners on base in every inning. Charlie Nagy was on the mound, and you guys played just some sensational defense behind him. We
play play number 3 that we call the wheel play, where the shortstop runs all the way to third base. Matt Williams was the third baseman. He came in and filled the bunt and throw straight to third to turn the out, and after that we turned the double play. And in those plays, you have to be 100% sure that when you catch the ball, you are committed right away to the base that you're going to throw the ball. And that is the only way that you can make that out.
Infield comes in now with nobody out here in the inning, and Austin Jackson at the plate, a swing and a miss. Matt Underwood, Rick Manning were with Omar Vizquel back in town throughout the ceremonial first pitch. And
got a nice ovation, too. How did that feel?
It felt great, man. Being out there, standing by yourself with nobody on the field, I tell you, you look really tiny out there. But it was a great ovation. The fans always seems to react with my name, and I really appreciate that. Now that I have the opportunity to talk to everybody, here I am waving at people. You can see, watch this. Carlos Baerga's getting down, but I throw the ball to Espinosa, who was the mastermind plan of the whole play.
Carlos is thinking, what are you doing here?
1-1 pitch, and Jackson hits it in the air to right field. Backpedaling Stubbs. He's got a good arm. Tagging at third is Avila, the catcher. He's coming home. Here comes Stubbs with the throw, but it's up the line. Santana throw to third. And Santiago gets in safely. So 2 more for the Tigers as they lead it now 6-1. Jackson with his 22nd RBI on the year.
And this is one of the things that pitchers have to try to avoid when you play a team like the Tigers. You have to try to stay away from the long innings. Try to make the least amount of mistake as possible when you pitch or when you're playing the defense. If you give him a little break, the game is going to be wide open.
Yeah, well, in the last inning when Carrasco had Cabrera down 2 strikes, you have first base open, a man on second. He hung him a breaking ball, and at least you got to at least bounce that ball. Don't give him anything to swing at. Little things like that against good ball clubs, if you give them extra outs, they take advantage of it.
Well, this Tigers team, I don't think it's as good as that 95 Indians team. But how many times did you see that where you'd be playing a team and they'd make one mistake and you guys would kick the door open and just blow them out?
Exactly. I mean, we're talking about good teams here. This team, you cannot give them a break. You got to try to play good defense and make the pitch when you really need to.
So many great players that you played with. Especially in your years here in Cleveland, was there one guy that really made the 95 Indians team go?
Well, there is so many pieces. I mean, if you take a look at Kenny Lofton's numbers and Albert Bell's RBIs and the years that Sandy Alomar had here and everybody, Manny Ramirez, Gene told me. I mean, so many great guys that it's just hard to mention one particular player.
But it sure was fun, I mean, to be a part of it. You got to hit second. Kenny would be on there. You could bunt. You could take and let him steal. You could move him over to third base. There was so many different things you could do with him there.
Yeah, and with that lineup, I mean, you can really make mistakes, and the other guys are behind you are going to try to capitalize on something different. So, you know, my Hargrove's job was easy. I told him all the time.
Well, you know what? Just because you guys played every day, just write out the same 9 guys. There you go. You have there's your team. Go win, boys, and they did.
That's
it.
it.
What a lot of people don't realize, Omar, is that pitching staff was a lot better than people give it credit. You know, because they went out there and they led the ERA title in 95.
Yeah, they won. People forget because of how good the offense was. That you guys had the best ERA.
And if we wouldn't have the pitching, we would have never been in the playoff and go to the World Series, no matter how much you can hit.
The one thing you didn't have was a number 1 starter like every team would like to have when you go into a series, but it didn't matter. Because if you lost the first game, you came back and won the next 2 or 3
right,
anyway.
Yeah. It was awesome, man. I mean, those years was amazing.
Miguel Cabrera intentionally walked here. And now Prince Fielder coming up, and Terry Francona is going to make a pitching change. We'll continue on with Omar Vizquel, but right now, today's Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen. It will be the left-hander, Rich Hill, coming on when we come back as Carlos Carrasco's day is over. Another short outing for an Indian starter. He goes 3 1/3, and the Indians are down 7-1. We'll be right back. We're in the fourth inning. Detroit has 2 on with 1 out. Rich Hill coming on now out of the Indians bullpen. He'll be facing Prince fielder Victor Martinez. Will be in the on-deck circle. Hill, 33 appearances on the year. He's pitched better of late. Last couple outings have been much better. And he's got Prince fielder coming up who clobbered a home run out of here his first time up. You know, in baseball, Omar, as you know, comparisons are inevitable. People are always going to compare one player to another player. I'm not going to compare you to anybody, but I just want to know what your thoughts are on Asdrubal Cabrera, another Venezuelan shortstop. Wears number 13. Obviously, you're somebody that he looked up to. What are your thoughts on him as you've seen him play and grow over the years?
Well, one of the best shortstops that are in the game right now, not only with his glove, but with the bat. This year he's struggling a little bit, but he's really shown signs that he can be one of the best shortstops in the game. I really love to see these guys now coming up because they bring a different vibe. You know, Asdrubal is one of these spectacular players that makes some really crazy plays out there, and I'm glad to see that. I think the competition between him and Elvis Andrews
he's a good one.
Escobar from Kansas City, I mean, all these young shortstop coming up is great. I mean, people talk about shortstop all the time, and we got 3 that are on the top.
There is no doubt about it. You just named 3 good ones.
Yeah.
And, you know, the funny thing, you were one of the first shortstops to ever go with that barehanded play, and you'd go to first base, and you did it like you had a glove on your hand. But Cabrera has made some spectacular plays, falling on the seat of his pants with a barehanded play, flipping it, you know, without looking. And, I mean, it's become a thing now where you take it for granted, but that's spectacular baseball. I don't care who does it.
That is great. And you know what? He made the routine play, too. So why not try to do...
That's the key.
Yeah, why not? And I'm so glad that he's wearing number 13.
That's right.
Because, you know, you just keep everything in the family. You know, another Venezuelan shortstop.
And you wore 13 because of...
David Concepcion, who was another great shortstop from the Reds.
And Davey wore it because of...
Well, I don't know...
The Hall of Famer? He didn't?
I don't know if David wore it because anybody else. I think David just loved that number, and everybody else just started following it. You know? Before him, Aparicio were number 11, and Alfonso Chico Carrasquel were number 17, and David was really the first guy to start with the number 13.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And he was a terrific shortstop as well.
Do you think the artist in you was a part of some of the spectacular plays that you made? Do you think that has any correlation? Because you love to paint and you love to be artistic. Do you think that ever came out in your play?
I don't think so. It's hard to compare the art with what you do on the field. You know, a lot of people talk about art and the way that I take ground balls and the way you play, but, you know, when you're sitting in front of the canvas, it's a completely different feeling.
There you go. Watch this. There's Cabrera on the seat of his pants, just picked it up and threw it to first base. Going one way.
I was a victim of Cabrera's play.
Yes, you were in Chicago.
That's right.
He made one of these spectacular going to his left, and then the pitcher kind of detoured the ball, just like that one, and he threw the ball behind his back.
We just showed that play when we were in Chicago.
Yeah, we did. And we said
after he catch that ball like that, all that I did was kind of slow down my run to first base because I wanted him to complete the double play. You know? It wasn't like I was running all the way, but I say, wow, you deserve the double play, man.
Rich Hill delivers now as Victor Martinez takes a called strike. Do you think now about the possibility of one day being enshrined in baseball's Hall of Fame? Is that something that you think about, or?
That's something that I don't really like talking about too much. You know, I'm really fortunate that people get to compare me with Aparicio, who is already there, and the numbers that we have that are similar and all that. But it's really hard for me to see myself getting in there. You know, with all the great numbers and everything, I just try to do my things on the field and let people talk about. I know that I have no control over it.
Right.
And after seeing the election this year with all the great players we have, and, you know, Craig Biggio, who had 3,000 hits, wasn't even close to the voting. You know, it's surprising to see the players coming in and out of there.
Well, it takes a while because now they're getting over that steroid issue. Here's the play we were talking about in Chicago.
Yeah, look who's hitting.
Yeah, we got you hitting. There you go. You were watching.
Look, I'm just jogging to first base.
Well, once he grabs it, you know you don't have a hit, so you might as well watch. They complete the double play, and there you go.
That's it. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Very nice.
Yeah, these guys in the truck, you ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, nice work. With 2 down, 0-2 count on Victor Martinez. Swing and a miss. He strikes out to end the inning. But the Tigers tack on 3 more. They lead at 7-1. We'll continue on with Omar right after this. Trail the Tigers by a score of 7-1. And it will be Michael Brantley, Carlos Santana, and Jason Giambi coming up here. We're happy to be joined by Omar Vizquel, back in town this weekend. Bobblehead. I know you had a couple while you were playing, but this one's got all your gold gloves stacked up on it. That's got to be pretty neat, huh?
It's nice. You know, it's nice to have a bobblehead, especially now when you retire. Even people seems to forget you a little bit. And you know what's weird, Rick? None of them look like me.
Well, you can call them. They're all in the family. You'll get a chance to throw out the first pitch again on Monday, and you'll get a chance to do the pregame show again on Monday. So it's going to be a good weekend for you here.
Yeah.
We don't forget you, big guy.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And tonight is going to be an art show opening for private collectors. There is a gallery called Convention 33 that is on the east side. And tomorrow is going to be open to the public.
Okay, good. What time does it run tomorrow?
It runs right after the game. Everybody's invited to go. If you want to know more about it, go to omarvizquel.com.
And there you go. There's another bobblehead that doesn't look like you. That does you no justice.
I think it was Dave Burba who said once that all the bobbleheads, they all look like Wayne Newton.
Oh, Burba, I just saw him pitching coach with, I think, with the Colorado Rockies or somebody.
Rockies.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. We see him. He comes at fantasy camp. You let me know anytime you want to do fantasy camp with us. You're always welcome. It runs in January. So if you're ever available, you're more than welcome to join us.
All right. Thank you so much.
See that? You get a job offer on live TV.
Well, he's always welcome because we used to do the cruises, and we would go out,
right.
and we had more fun on those cruises than anybody ever had.
Yeah, we did 3 cruises on, when we were with on those years back then.
Yeah,
that
was a lot of fun.
Well, Omar's not going to campaign for himself, so we'll do the campaigning for him. This guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. 8 gold gloves with the Tribe, 11 overall, 9 in a row. 123 hits shy of, 3,000 for your career, I think?
Yeah.
Well, it was a special career, and it was a treat to watch you play day in and day out, and you brought a lot of great memories to Indians fans here, I'll tell you that, and they showed their appreciation today, and they will show it, I'm sure, throughout the weekend.
Giambi pops it up on the infield. Here comes Cabrera. And he'll make the catch. Omar, enjoy your weekend. Great to see you again.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Good luck with the job.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Omar Vizquel with us here today in Cleveland. Unfortunately, right now, the Tigers are having all the fun on the scoreboard. By the wireless receiver only from AT&T Uverse, rethink possible, and by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. (7-1) Detroit. Today's Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen brings on Matt Albers here in the 5th inning. Rich Hill, 2/3 of a scoreless frame, struck out a pair. It will be Peralta, Dirks, and Avila for Detroit here in the 5th. And Johnny Peralta looks at a fastball for strike one. Hit that off of his foot. No balls and 2 strikes. You know, you think back on it, Rick, and at that time of a very young Johnny Peralta, pretty daunting task to have to step in and replace somebody like Omar Vizquel.
Exactly. Well, you think about it, in those days, it would be like if you were in Baltimore trying to replace Brooks Robinson or somebody that had been around that's an icon and idolized and was perfection. Yeah, awfully tough. That's probably why he never lived up to the billing.
Well, and not to mention the
he's
fact
not flashy.
He's
like
completely the opposite personality of Omar.
No question about it. And he's gone on. He's had a pretty darn nice career when you think about it.
Yeah. But he's not, you know, the big smile and the you know, the what do they call it, the megawatt smile and the big personality. Johnny's very low key, but he's also very determined. You know, he doesn't maybe show the emotion, but this guy cares. You don't hang around as long as he has, and
he flies under the radar.
Yep.
And he plays every day. And you know, here they wanted to move him from short over to third base and try to make him, but then when Detroit got him, they said, "No, you go ahead and you play short." And he doesn't have the best range.
No.
You know, but I'll tell you what, he's sure-handed. Whatever he gets to, he makes the everyday play.
Strike 3 called on the outside corner. 1 down here in the 5th. Here's our AT&T Uverse rewind. Carlos Carrasco started this game in 3 1/3 innings.
That's the
10
first base
hits.
open. That's first base open. And he throws a hanging breaking ball, and then he comes right back to the next hitter and throws him another one. Another hanging breaking ball. And then Victor, he tries to light it up downstairs with the heater, and he drops a head on it. And that was a dinger double.
On the ground to Jason Kipnis, who throws out Andy Dirks 2 away. Miguel Cabrera hit his hard, 104.7 miles an hour coming off the bat.
Yeah, anything over 100 looks like it is, and they were both 104 and 103.
Here's Alex Avila, 1 for 2 on the day. He singled and scored in the 4th inning, struck out back in the 2nd. Over the outside corner for a strike. You've always heard the saying, more in coaching than for players, you want to be the guy who replaces the guy.
Yeah, right.
You know, you don't want to be that very next. You don't want to be the guy that replaces Don Shula. You want to be the guy that replaced the guy who replaced Don Shula.
Yeah, but you know who's done a nice job when going like that? Mike Matheny replacing La Russa.
Yeah,
you're
right.
You know, you think about the Cardinals.
Not an easy act to follow.
No, it isn't. And you don't want to be the guy that replaces the guy. You're right. Be one step removed.
And that's Asdrubal Cabrera, who's been able to step right in, and he's done a terrific job. And he is more flashy. You know, even Omar likes the way that Cabrera plays the game defensively. Tigers go 1-2-3 for the first time today. And we go now to the bottom half of the fifth inning. Lonnie Chisenhall, Drew Stubbs, Michael Bourne due up for the Indians. They have 3 hits. They all came consecutively in the third inning. They led to the only run of the game thus far for the Tribe. And since those 3 consecutive hits, Sanchez has retired 6 in a row. Lonnie Chisenhall started that third inning with a base hit to center field. And he came around to score the Tribe's only run.
You know, when you look at the Detroit, how they've dominated the Indians, it's all because of their starting pitching. They have won every game that they have went out and towed the rubber on. Scherzer's done it a couple times. Verlander, Porcello once, Porcello twice. And as we know, this is Sanchez's first start since coming off the DL with a 7-0 lead. We'll see how long they let him go.
Well, with the exception of that May 22nd game here in Cleveland where the Tigers won 11-7, the Indians, you're right, they haven't scored. They've scored 1 run, 5 runs, 4 runs, 1 run, no runs last night during this losing streak against Detroit head-to-head.
Yeah, this is a team you have to score against to beat them, because you just want to contain their offense. You know they're going to score for the most part.
Three-two pitch. Fouled back. Right back over the screen. And Chisenhall draws a leadoff walk, so he led off the third with a single. He leads off the fifth with a free pass. We'll go back to the Hyundai Studios for an in-game update with Al Pawlowski.
Hey, Matt, Rick, the Toronto Blue Jays coming to town this week. Today they hosted the Minnesota Twins, and the Twins got to them in R.A. Dickey. Brian Dozier, 3-run homer here in the 7th, his 8th of the year. 6 runs for Minnesota today, all off Dickey. They win it 6-0, Matt.
All right, thanks, Al.
Well, they were talking about Dickey in his last start where he dominated, and he's back, but he wasn't back for long, was he?
Drew Stubbs, opposite field single. His first time up. Detroit's just they're sort of a head scratcher of a team, though. You know, as you said, you figure you got to score to beat them, right?
Yes.
They lead the league with a .280 team batting average.
Right.
But yet they can go into some funks as well. I mean, recently they lost 5 out of 6. They scored 4 runs, 1 run, 6, but then 3 runs, 1 run, 3 runs. You wouldn't think a team that good would go into a period of 5 or 6 games like that where they just couldn't score.
They're a team that seems to me that they score early. You know, later in the games, they've been shut down. They don't score a lot. You look at their one-run games, they're 9-12. Extra innings, 2-9. You know, they seem to be shut down later in the game, and that's been the problem the first 3 innings the Indians have had. They've played from in front. Gives them a little, they can play a little freer. They can add on, and it takes a lot of pressure off them, and they have good starters.
Yeah.
Their starters lead the league. When it comes to ERA, they dominate. They can give you a lot of innings. They can strike you out. You have to find a way to keep it, keep it close early.
That is flared the fielder who dropped the ball. What are they calling? Did they call him out?
Double play. Tagged him first. He didn't catch the ball.
What was the call? I think he called him out on the catch. Did he call him out on the catch?
I thought he called a double play. See, he got Chisenhall. He said no catch. He tagged Chisenhall first, then stepped on first, and said it's a double play. So now he's saying that fielder dropped it on purpose. Let's watch. It's right there. I don't think he did.
I don't think he did drop it on purpose, but it works out to his advantage.
You're right. I really don't think he dropped it on purpose. There's the tag. He's out.
Now step on first.
Stubbs is going back. He thought he was out. And you're right. You see, now Terry wants the explanation. And with that replay, it looked like he took his eye off the ball before he even grabbed it, to be honest with you. And that's what he's saying. He didn't drop it on purpose. So it'll go as a double play.
First base umpire Sam Holbrook's going to come and talk to Joe West, the crew chief.
You know what? When you're Chisenhall, there's nothing you can do. You can't do anything. You got to stay there.
Well, he's got to figure he's going to catch it.
Exactly. And when he doesn't, you're not going to start running. All right, so there's the discussion. Double play. You know, with heads up, you can do that on a bunt. Let's watch it again. See, he's not even looking at the ball. He was looking to catch it and tag Chisenhall. He was actually looking away when that ball hit his glove. So it really wasn't intentional, but it's actually a smart play, because how many times you get a bunt play where a guy's going to fake like he catches it, lets it drop, and you can get a double play. It's a double play, legit.
Yep. Two down, and Michael Bourne coming up. That's just a weird, the way it came off the bat was weird. Now Michael Bourne, who had an infield hit for an RBI single back in the 3rd, led to the Tribe's only run. Broken bat bouncer to third. Miguel Cabrera will throw him out. 5 complete. It's Detroit 7 and Cleveland 1.
Game fireworks, that'll be next Friday. Kansas City Royals will be in town. It'll be dollar dogs during the game and fireworks show afterwards set to disco music. It's presented by Wayside Furniture. Log on to Indians.com for your tickets.
All right, so Ramon Santiago will lead off the 6th inning for Detroit. Matt Albers retired the side in order in the 5th. Santiago chops one foul. Let's go back to the Phantom Cam. Take a look at this pitch and what it does to Michael Bourne's bat. Right on the trademark, and you see the bat just come apart.
Look at the spin off it coming up. What's that, 5,000 frames per second?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
You can see the bat literally just split right in half.
He gets down the line. That Phantom can't slow him down because that was another infield hit, 19 for him.
Well, no, that was a play he just grounded out on.
Oh, okay. That got deep in there.
Yeah. How's that feel in your hands?
In the summertime, not bad. I don't think. Sometimes it gets in there so bad.
Nice play by Brantley, one away. Sting a little bit.
Yeah.
In-game recap brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Miguel Cabrera's 2-run homer got the Tigers rolling in the 3rd. They would score 4 times in the inning. Prince Fielder followed it up with a back-to-back blast. And then Torrey Hunter really broke it open in the 4th with this 2-run shot down into the corner. 7-1 Detroit. Austin Jackson doubled and scored back in that 3rd inning. It's his only hit in the series. And a tapper foul, 0-2.
You know, we talked about these Tigers and how they jump out early and they get you. They are plus 80 against teams this year, their opponents, in the first 4 innings. So that's their MO to win baseball games. They jump ahead early and just turn it over to their starting pitching. You got to keep them down the first 4 innings.
The 0-2. Didn't miss by
That's
much.
a
little
good pitch,
outside,
though.
I guess.
I know it's a little off the plate, but it's still a good 0-2 pitch. He can't hit it, and if he wants to swing at it, check it out on our pitch tracker. It's a good pitch, just a little off.
In the left field, a base hit. So Jackson aboard with one out here in the 6th. Right now on FoxSportsOhio.com, check out Indians pitching prospect Brian Price. Look at the Blue Jackets' big acquisition. And Urban Meyer and family respond to those linking him to the Aaron Hernandez mess. Complete coverage on FoxSportsOhio.com. 1-on, 1-out, Torrey Hunter. 2 hits on the day. A double, a triple, 2 runs batted in. And there's a long drive to deep left, and she ain't coming back. Torrey Hunter is having himself a day. He is a single shy of the cycle now with a 2-run homer here in the 6th.
Yes, he is. You're right. He has had some kind of afternoon after getting the day off. Second home run today by the Tigers. For Hunter, it's his 5th. And it is a rout officially. 9-1 Detroit. There's one down and in, and he gets the bat head out in front. That sinker. And it got out of here in a hurry.
Well, that'll bring up Miguel Cabrera. 2-run homer for him earlier. Bounce to short as Dribble Cabrera throws him out, 2 down. And that'll bring up Prince Fielder, who is 1 for 3 on the afternoon. His solo blast back in the 3rd followed Miguel Cabrera's 2-run homer. Off the glove of Alber's broken bat, and Cabrera fumbled with it, but he recovers to throw him out. The inning is over, but Torrey Hunter goes deep, and the Tigers continue to tattoo the Tribe here today. They lead it now 9-1.
you've got one more chance to catch the Tribe Park and Ride. It's next Saturday, July 13th. The Indians will bus you to and from Progressive Field. You can get all the information online now. Log on to Indians.com/plan your trip. Matt, Rick, will send it back up to you guys.
Thanks, Katie. 9-1 Detroit. Bottom of the 6th inning. Phil Koch now coming on for the Tigers. The left-hander in relief of Anibal Sanchez. He's on for the 27th time. No wins, 5 losses, and an ERA of over 6 for the lefty. 25 1/3. He's given up 25 hits and 17 earned runs. A lot of walks, 11, 22 strikeouts.
Well, a guy that they rely on heavily towards the back end of that bullpen, trying to get him straightened out.
Cabrera, Kipnis, and Swisher due up here for the Indians. 9 runs on 12 hits for Detroit. 1 run, 3 hits for the Indians. Cabrera, slow chopper to third. Miguel Cabrera, bare hand grab and throw, and he got him.
Wow, that was a good play by Fielder as well. He's able to stay on the base. That throw that Cabrera bare hands it, makes a toss across. That was a tough play. Had no other choice but to go with the bare hand. And the throw to first, watch, it's high, and Fielder able to keep that toe up on the base and retire Cabrera. Good play on both sides.
Now Jason Kipnis 0 for 2. Kipnis struck out in the first, and then in the 3rd inning, he was at the plate with a runner at third base, and he hit a ground ball right at the first baseman, Prince Fielder. He just stepped on the bag for the second out, and then Swisher struck out to end the inning. Thought maybe after 3 straight hits to open the frame that Tribe had a chance to get back in it. But give Anibal Sanchez credit, he quickly stifled the rally.
Yeah, in his first start, they let him go 5 innings. And he gave up 3 hits and 1 run, so he comes back and did a fine job. They had an opportunity to get to him for more.
Another slow bouncer, this one to first base as well, 2 down. All right, let's get the answer to the AT&T trivia question. 2 players in Indians history have had hitting streaks of 30 or more games.
Well, Sandy and Knapp. '97 was his year.
This was the day Sandy got his 30th hit, the last game before the All-Star break. I remember that was just such a special year all the way around. They had the All-Star game here at Progressive Field that summer, so Sandy takes that 30-game hitting streak into the break, so that was a big storyline. And I remember interviewing a number of players about that streak, and I think I remember talking to Tony Gwynn. And, you know, they all had different thoughts and theories and hypotheses on, you know, can you do it? Can you catch DiMaggio? Can anybody do it? I mean, I think everyone agrees it's going to be a very difficult task. Nick Swisher has just hit one off the top of the fence over. It's gone, a home run. And that's number 9 for Swisher. His 30th run batted in, and the Indians get a run closer at 9-2.
Number 9 for Swisher. See what pitch he hits there. He gives him a fastball. He put it right down the middle. He's pointing up. Yeah, it's up and it's out. That's into left center field. You'll see it go up over the railing, and it may fall back into play. But it got out of here. Hits the railing and comes back into play. Home run. 9-2 ball game. Yeah, he wants that feeling again. That felt good.
Michael Brantley 0 for 2 takes a strike. It's funny, though, Rick. I mean, you think about a 30-game hitting streak is incredibly impressive to me.
Yes, it is.
And you're still a world away from getting close to DiMaggio territory.
Yeah, you got another 26 to go. Almost got to double it.
Now, were you around Molitor when he was closing in?
Yeah, he had a 39-game hitting streak that year.
What year was that?
87.
Okay.
Yeah, that was impressive to watch. Yeah, that's a now with the media and everything the way it is, it's magnified.
Okay, so 1987, it's a different world. There's ESPN, but there's barely ESPN. There's no internet, obviously. Beat writers, you had a lot of them, but what was it like?
I'll tell you what he had to do. He would meet with the media once a day, and it ended up going like on Nightline or something, late at night. Afterwards, that's how it was. But now it's like 10 times that, and that was 87. That's what makes it so difficult is everybody zeroed in. And, I mean, now they would cut into every at-bat that you're having. If you had a hit streak going around 30.
Yeah.
People start talking about it. MLB Live would go right into it. They'd cut into it, or ESPN or whoever. You'd see every pitch. And they'd break everything down. It's like, you can't relax and do it, or you have to explain every pitch. Very difficult.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and the inning is over. Nick Swisher gets the Indians a run back, but they trail it 9-2 after 6. Panini's with 18 locations in Northeast Ohio. And by Levin. And a look in from our Panini cam, brought to you by Panini's Bar and Grill. Unfortunately, here today, the Indians, for the second game in a row, laying an egg against their chief rivals in the Central. 9-2, Detroit on top. And now changes for the Indians. Brian Shaw will come on to pitch, making his 36th appearance of the year. Defensively now, Mike Aviles takes over for Asdrubal Cabrera at shortstop. And then in the outfield, Drew Stubbs moves from right field to center, and Ryan Rayburn comes into the ball game in right field now. So Michael Bourne and Asdrubal Cabrera will take the rest of this one off.
Well, time to get everybody some action. Why not? Come back tomorrow, 1 o'clock day game.
Victor Martinez 1 for 3. He doubled and scored in the third. 4 hits now in the series for Martinez. Now the 1-0, missed inside. And it's ball 3.
Well, that's been Shaw's problems recently, is commanding the strike zone. He's been a little too wild and hasn't been able to command it.
Fastball in there, 3 balls and a strike. And it's ball 4. So Shaw walks the leadoff man here in the 7th inning.
Well, your opportunity to secure absolute lowest prices on 2014 season tickets will be available at the season ticket holder event. That'll take place July 28th this year. You log on to Tribe Rewards and .com, and it'll have all your details.
Johnny Peralta, a couple of base hits and an RBI. So he has 3 hits in the series. In the air, right field. Back is Rayburn on the track at the wall, and he makes the catch. Right up against the wall in deep right field for out number 1.
Another bowl of cereal, Johnny. I mean, that's right to the track. Rayburn gets back there. He doesn't jump. He just sticks the glove up, and it's right at the wall. Out number 1.
Andy Dirks. Little foul. Singled and scored back in the 4th inning. The pitch, and Dirks takes it's down low, 2-2. way out in front, and he strikes him out. 2 down. If you were born and raised in Ohio and want to be the next Fox Sports Ohio girl, go to girls.foxsportsohio.com to submit an application. The casting call for the next Fox Sports Ohio girl ends on July 24th. And that's out of play. One ball, one strike. Avila 1 for 3 on the day, 1 for 6 in the series. And then now Shaw 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Lifted foul, out of play in the seats. In and out of the glove of Santana, so Avila stays alive. Corey Kluber will get the ball tomorrow for the Indians against Doug Fister. It's a 1 o'clock game here on Sports Time Ohio. The Indians will be looking for a starter to get to the 6th inning for the first time since Justin Masterson's complete game victory. Nobody has pitched more than 5 1/3 innings in the rotation since that shutout by Justin on June 30th. And if you go back even farther, in their last 18 games, only 5 times have they had a pitcher go 6 innings or more.
And that puts all the pressure on your bullpen. And they get overexposed. So, yeah, the starters have to step up, no question about it. And that's how this season's gone for the Indians in their 20-game swoop. Up and down and up and down. It all stems on the starting pitching. And if you look at our starters' numbers against the Tigers this year, never mind, you don't want to look at them because the numbers will show you why.
Ball 4. Second walk of the inning. 2 on, 2 out. The Tigers lead it. And coming up now is Ramon Santiago. Weekly tap to short. Aviles will go to first. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, 2 men left. Stretch time, 9-2 Tigers. 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Spitzer Auto World. Life is hard. Buying a car shouldn't be. Today, Carlos Santana with a couple of hits. Good sign to see. They need him offensively. 0 for 2 today, but came into the day 4 hits in his last 9 at bats. Phil Koch, who gave up a run in the 6th, will stay on to work the 7th. He surrendered a solo home run to Nick Swisher. Chopped to third. Miguel Cabrera olays it in the left field. So Santana aboard to start the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, try and get yourself some hits and get some momentum going possibly for the next couple games of this series. They were only able to get 6 hits last night. That's hit number 5 today. That's an error.
What did they score? Did they give him an error?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gave him an error.
Giambi fouls it back out of play.
There's the big O.
Little O. That's hammered hard. Oh, what a play by Santiago. Goes to second for 1, back to first to double play. Tail of 2 ground balls right there. Santiago really stayed with that tricky hop. Cabrera let his flip past him, but Santiago able to snare it and start the double play. Don't forget the All-Star Game live from New York, July 16th, only on Fox. And the All-Star Selection Show will be coming up shortly. That's coming up on your local Fox stations, the All-Star Selection Show. Lonnie Chisenhall has singled, walked, and scored a run. Phil Koch with 2 down delivers. And Lonnie shoots it back foul. I don't know about you, but I'll be really surprised if Jason Kipnis isn't on that All-Star team. And other than that, who knows? I don't know when the managers make all the pitching decisions. I don't think those are announced right away, are they?
Good question.
I'm not sure.
Well, you have, 5 slots for the last vote for the last week to vote online. So maybe all the picks will be made today. The starters from the fans, that'll be out there. And then the manager's picks. And then you have the 5 guys you have to vote for, which will be decided in the next 5 days, I believe.
So this should be everybody today then.
Yeah.
The 1-2 pitch. And, of course, between now and the end of next week, if somebody comes up a little gimpy or is hurt,
he can be replaced.
Then you get some subs. 2-2 pitch. Missed inside. I mean, I know Justin Masterson had a bad outing last night, but going into that outing, I thought he was very deserving of an all-star nod.
Three complete game shutouts is something to do before the All-Star break, but he's had a couple of hiccups in there, but we'll see.
Yeah. As Terry Francona said, he believes Jim Leland will be very diligent about that process. Over the head of Dirks. To the wall it goes as Chisenhall goes into second base with a 2-out double here in the 7th inning.
Drives this ball the other way over the head of Dirks in left field on the full count pitch. Stayed on it nicely. Put a good swing on it. Drives it over the head, and it'll go for a double for Chisenhall. His second hit. He's been on base all 3 times today. It's his 10th double. Koch will be done. Leland going to the bullpen.
So we've got a timeout here at Progressive Field. 9-2 Detroit. The Indians trail it by a score of 9-2. And Phil Koch went an inning and 2/3, allowing 1 run. And he's responsible for the runner at second base. Luke Putkonen made his debut with Detroit last year, appearing in a dozen games. Another guy can get it up there in a hurry.
He's pitched. This is the 3rd time he has pitched against the Indians this year, covering an inning and 2/3. He's given up a hit and a run.
Low and away. Well, Drew Stubbs draws a walk. Keeps the inning alive, and we'll go back to the studios for an update with Al.
Hey, man, let's go down to Cincinnati, where the Reds trail the Mariners 3-1 in this one, but they scored 3. The Reds did in the bottom of the 4th, 2 here in the 5th, thanks to Cesar Torres with a double, and then they scored 3 more in the 6th inning. So Reds lead the Mariners now 9-4 heading into the 7th. Matt?
All right, thanks, Al. That was kind of weird, wasn't it, Rick? You just brought the guy in, and your pitching coach goes out right away?
I know, it is.
I don't know what that was all about. Luke Putkonen will face Ryan Rayburn, who gets his first at-bat of the afternoon. And it's in there for a strike. Breaking ball misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside, he missed.
Well,
2 balls and a strike.
The last thing that they want to see in that Tiger dugout is when you come out, you bring a guy in from the bullpen, and he cannot throw strikes.
It's no secret that this is still the one area of this Tigers team that will give Jim Leyland fits.
I'm sure it will.
That bounces and goes to the backstop, and the runners advance. So Chisenhall to third, Stubbs down to second.
And out of 8 pitches, 7 have been balls. So, I mean, it's nobody wants to see it. See a wild pitch here, down and away, short hop. Last thing Avila wants to do is try and put a body in front of that. So now 2nd and 3rd, and it's a 3-1 count.
Nine to 2 is our score. But Rayburn with 2 down, in a pretty good spot here. 3-1 pitch coming. And it's ball 4, so the bases are loaded. And Putkonen has come in and walked the first 2.
Well, let's see. We'll see if we get him out of the dugout yet, or he's going to say, I'll give you one more hitter. Well, you've got the right-hander. Let's see.
Mike Aviles and then Jason Kipnis from the left side.
Okay.
Aviles getting his first at-bat of the day. He's hit .262 on the year. You see the left-hander Drew Smiley. Putkonen has put the first 2 on base that he has faced. And that's outside, ball 1.
Well, he tried a breaking ball just to maybe slow him down a little bit and throw it for a strike. And he is having problems. 9 out of his 10 pitches out of the strike zone. Home plate moving around on him. So this is going to be his last hitter.
Big, tall, lanky right-hander. Played at North Carolina. He's actually a teammate of former Indian Alex White in college, but right now he's got a 1-1 count on Aviles, with Jim Leyland's patience wearing thin. Out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. Whether or not Aviles reaches here, we know that Jason Kipnis will get at least one more shot to keep his hitting streak alive. 0 for 3 on the day. He's on deck. The 1-2. Hit just foul, third base side.
Well, you watch that ball, it's going to go down to foul. And look at Cabrera hobbling. Looked like he might have done something to his knee there going.
Well, he's had a bad back. And
Well,
I
think he wants out. That's what that tells me.
He sure looks like it, doesn't he? His body language does not look good right now. 1-2 pitch is in the dirt. He's kind of grabbing at that back now, or at least looked like he was in a little bit of pain, wincing.
Well, he was hobbling, so if he's got back issues, then that's what's bothering him. He's been standing out there. It's a 9-2 ball game, and
you can see he's trying to loosen it up. 2-2 count for Aviles with the bases loaded and 2 down. And Putkonen's pitch is low, full count. So everybody will be moving on the 3-2 pitch. And if Aviles can get a hold of one, the Indians could try to fight their way back and make this interesting yet. And this crowd, for the first time today, starting to make some noise. They haven't had any opportunities. The runners go. The payoff pitch is bounced to first. Fielder eats it up, and the inning is over. Tribe leaves them loaded. We'll go to the 8th. 9-2 Tigers. Indians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Indians. Jim Leyland went up to Miguel Cabrera in the dugout to talk to him about the way he was acting out on the field with that back. You know, he looked like he was trying to get loose.
Well, he's due up third, so I'm sure we'll see a different hitter, I would think anyway. Pistano coming on for the Indians now for the 28th time. That bullpen having to eat up some innings again today. Carrasco going just 3 1/3 after Masterson went 4 2/3 last night. Still 2 more games left in this series.
Upstairs, ball 1, Vinny Pistano. Misses to Austin Jackson. A couple of hits today for Jackson. Outside, he misses. 3-1 to count. Jackson had a notion, but he takes it's ball 4. As promised earlier, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite. And Torrey Hunter has earned a couple of Miller Lights the way he's played today. He tripled in his first at bat on a ball that got by Drew Stubbs, who went after it with a dive. Then he doubled in a pair in the 4th. That kind of blew the lid off of this game. And then he hit a 2-run homer in the 6th. So he needs a single now to hit for the cycle.
Yeah, he's had a good afternoon driving in 4.
Benny Pistano having a tough time just getting in the strike zone right now. Slowly tapped off the mound. Pistano looked to second. He'll take the out at first. And Hunter is retired. 1 away. Well, the All-Star selection show is underway, and the Indians have 2 All-Star selections. Jason Kipnis. You had to figure it'd be an upset for him not to make it the way he has played. 297 average. Still has one more chance to keep his 16-game hitting streak alive. And Justin Masterson, despite the hiccup last night, 3 complete game shutouts, 10 wins. He's among the league leaders in a number of categories. Well-deserved, really, for both players. Miguel Cabrera taking a strike.
He stayed in. He's still in the ball game. I thought they would take him out. Did not.
That's in the gap. On the run, though, Stubbs runs it down. The center fielder has it for out number 2. In-game box score brought to you by your Northern Ohio Hyundai dealers. Big guys getting into the action today. Cabrera's 2-run homer. The fielder followed back-to-back shot.
Yeah.
Martinez, another double today. Peralta, 2 hits and a ribby.
7 extra base hits out of the 12 hits they have on the board. 3 homers, 3 doubles, and a triple.
Fouled into the seats. Well, in this day and age, technology changes things, the way the game's played on and off the field. How about Bryce Harper? You know, he homered his first time back.
Right.
When they put him off the DL. Since then, he's 0 for 18. And Davey Johnson said after the game last night, yeah, I'm thinking about giving him a couple days off. Harper texted him late last night, play me or trade me. And Davey Johnson said today, well, since trading him's out of the question, I think I'm going to have to play him. But he said he was going to call him in, sit down, and talk today just to see how he's feeling mentally and everything.
Right.
But I thought that was pretty good. Play me or trade me. Ripped. Just fouled on the first base side. That was scorched.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Swisher had that line covered all he could do because that ball just missed his glove. If it was fair, he would have caught it. I mean, he went over. It couldn't have missed by much. Watch this. A ball hit just out of reach. Few inches.
Imagine back in your day sending Frank Robinson a telegram. Play me or trade me.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, you didn't say anything because he would have traded you.
I was going to say, he probably wouldn't even want to get around squibbed foul.
We would have had to drop a Hawk Harrelson. He gone.
Where you want to go. Now the 2-strike pitch. Swung out and missed. Tied him up. Nice pitch by Pistano. Inning is over. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. 9-2 Detroit. Congratulations in the Tribe Club dugout for making the All-Star game. Both Masterson and Jason Kipnis will represent the Indians in the Midsummer Classic in New York. Left-hander Drew Smiley coming on, and he'll face Jason Kipnis. Don Kelly taking over for Miguel Cabrera at third. Jason Kipnis has struck out, and twice he has grounded out to Prince Fielder at first base. Now he's down to the count 1-2. Swung out and missed. He struck him out. Kipnis 0 for 4 today, and a pretty good chance that 16-game hitting streak will come to an end here today. Let's revisit our keys to the game. Well, the first 3 innings, it's been a key all season long in the season series between these two, and the Tigers, once again, outscoring the Indians on the season 30-11 in the first 3 innings. And Anibal Sanchez was razor sharp.
Well, they had him in trouble with 3 straight hits, and he pitched his way out of it. And only, he minimized the damage in the 1 inning back in the 3rd.
Smiley's pitch is low. 2 balls and a strike. Slowly chopped to third, and that stayed. Oh, it went foul right at the end. I thought it stayed fair all the way down the line. Looked like it was going to hit the bag. But apparently, Kelly got the glove right in front of the bag in foul ground. Let's
There's
take
a
another
good
look.
angle. You're right. It looks like it's going to stay fair, and right at the end, just in foul territory, but not by much.
So Swisher with a 2-2 count. Homered his last time up. Shoots it into right field, a base hit. One on, one out here in the 8th. Michael Brantley coming up.
Well, you don't see him going inside like that too often. It was on a breaking ball, too. Digs it out, shoots it to right. Good swing, base hit. Swisher with 2 on the day. Was hit, so he's been on 3 out of the 4 times.
Michael Brantley 0 for 3. 0 for 6 in the series. He pops this one sky high on the infield. Peralta, the shortstop, makes the correct catch. 2 down. Stay tuned for Indians Live following the ballgame here on Sports Time Ohio. It's brought to you by Conrad's Tire Express and Total Car Care. We'll have the highlights, analysis, plus reaction from the clubhouse. It's all coming up following the game. Now Carlos Santana 0 for 3 on the day. And a fastball strike. Pop back out of play. Over 40,000 were here last night. Sellout crowd tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. 28,054 the attendance. A lot of them have headed home already. Series continues tomorrow, 1 o'clock game, and then Monday night at 7, the series wraps up. And right now, the Indians have to hope to turn things around and try to earn a split in this 4-gamer, because the Tigers have just outplayed them in the first 2. Oh, and 2 the count.
I don't know what happened. The backswing might have gotten Avila, and he's checking it out. Santana, a lot of times with that long swing, you see it knocks the mask right off. So they will give him a little extra time.
The 0-2 down on the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Santana punches one toward left. Peralta runs it down. And the inning is over. Boy, a nice play by Peralta. I thought Santana had himself a blue pit. But we've got 8 in the books. 9-2 Tigers. Kids are having a ball, but on the field, the Tigers are having their way with the Indians. Chris Perez coming on to get some work. He'll pitch the 9th after Vinny Pistano worked a scoreless 8th inning. He's got Victor Martinez, Johnny Peralta, Andy Dirks due up. 21st appearance of the year for Perez. 3.66 ERA. Victor doubled and scored in the 3rd, walked his last time up. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Perez delivers, and it's outside, ball one. After the game last night, Michael Bourne said they just beat us. There isn't any other way to say it. And after the way this one's been played out today, just about the same applies.
Yeah, I mean, they were out of the ball game before you even knew it, though. 4 runs in the third inning. They did it with 2 out damage. And then they finally come back. They scored one. They could have had more, but then they let them 3 more on. They were out of the game before you know it.
I don't know if you ever gave this much thought, but you know, when you play important games, you know, games against the big boys in your standings or the guys that you feel like, hey, we got to beat this team. I don't know if there's any such thing as a good loss. Some people feel like, you know, if you play with them and you lose it late, you know, and maybe a break goes one way or the other, you feel like, hey, we were in that game. If you get blown out, I don't think it really matters, does it? I mean, at the end of the day,
one loss is one loss. I mean, you come back and you say, hey, all right, they beat us. Let's go. We got to go win tomorrow. But what it does, it takes, you know, when the way you do it, the way it's happened early here in these first 2 games, you're looking forward to it. They had a good road trip, but a long road trip. They looked a little tired yesterday. Masterson came out. You had your guy out there, your all-star. You wanted to, you know, set the pace or the tempo for this series. It didn't happen. He struggled. The team struggled. You come out today, and Carrasco was just terrible. And it hasn't worked out the first 2. You've got 2 games left. They're going to have to regroup.
right now the Tigers have all the confidence in the world. And the Indians, I mean, hey, it has to be a little demoralizing. But still got 2 games to go and a long way to go in the season. And I mentioned it last night. Granted, records don't mean everything. But after this series is over, only 19 games the rest of the way, the Indians will have opponents who have a winning record right now.
But if you can't beat the team that's in front of you and that you have to play, which the Indians haven't been able to do.
Well, they'll have more opportunities. They got another 4-gamer against Detroit later this year.
Right. They'll come back in here for another 4 games. Right.
The 1-0 pitch, and it's fouled back out of play. Two balls and a strike. I think the one thing that you have to avoid now at this point in the season is any more of those lengthy slumps, those streaks.
Well, they've been a streaky team so far this year, and you're right. You don't want to see a downward streak after they battled so hard to get back into it.
Headed for their 4th straight loss here this afternoon. After they had won 15 out of 20. Out of play, full count. Jim Leyland's got his club in a pretty good spot here as Avila takes a walk. 2 on with 2 out. And Ramon Santiago coming to the plate. I think what's going to be interesting, too, this year as well, Rick, because the All-Star break's a little bit later than normal, you come out of the break, it's July 19th. You got 12 days to the trading deadline. So depending on if any action takes place between now and next Sunday, if everybody's still kind of searching and trying to figure things out, boy, coming out of the break, it could get fast and furious.
It sure can.
Santiago 0 for 3. Out of play. After losing to Oakland last night, Kansas City bounced back and beat the A's this afternoon. So if Texas wins tonight and they've got the Houston Astros at home, the Rangers could move back into first place in the AL West by a half game. Popped out of play. Both those two teams, Oakland and Texas, at the 50-win mark. Oakland's got 51, Texas has 50. The Yankees have now won 6 in a row, and all of a sudden they're making noise once again. Up the middle, Aviles with a nice shorthand pick, and he throws him out to end the inning. Last of the ninth coming up next, 9-2 Detroit. Ninth inning here in Cleveland. Mark Reynolds will lead off for the Indians. He'll bat for Jason Giambi. They've got a left-hander coming on, Scott Downs. The pitch now for Detroit. Darren Downs.
Well, you're right. A left-handed pitcher, Scott Downs, Darren Downs. I would do the same thing, absolutely, for the 26th time.
Yeah, I beg your pardon.
Well, we're going to get Reynolds as a pinch hitter.
Reynolds has been in a massive slump of late. 0 for his last 19. Takes a strike. Down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Reynolds on the year as a pinch hitter, 1 for 2. 2-1 the count. Darren Downs lets it fly. And Reynolds caught in between, went around 2-2. Downs 2-2 pitch. And a full count. So Reynolds now steps back in. Looks like he wants a fastball on a 3-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. I don't think that was a fastball, but that got a piece of Avila on the foul. So the count remains 3-2.
Well, he gets a piece of it. Yeah, and just a ricochet off the inside of the knee down to the ankle. Catchers take a beating back there, boy. You're thinking, all right, let's just get through this inning. Everything will be fine. The next thing you know, you take another ricochet.
The 3-2.
Yes,
and
he
he
did.
strikes him out. So Reynolds now 0 for his last 20 with 11 strikeouts. One away. Here's Lonnie Chisenhall, 2 for 2. He has singled, doubled, walked, and scored a run. Called strike, 1-1 the count. Swung out and missed. That's in the dirt. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Lonnie Chisenhall singled in the third inning as the Indians put together back-to-back-to-back hits against Anibal Sanchez, but that was all they could muster against the Tigers starter. He only went 5 innings today, but those were the only 3 hits he allowed. And it led to the only run off Sanchez. And the only other run the Indians scored came in the 6th on a 2-out homer by Nick Swisher. I think Alex Avila is about ready to call for a backup here. He's taking a foul tip off the knee that ricocheted off his ankle. That ball was about 4 feet in front of the plate. Three-two pitch. And a nice line drive catch by Santiago, 2 away. I think, this may be generalizing, but most of the time, if you're a catcher and your starter goes out after 5 innings, it's not going to be a good day.
No, shouldn't be. It should not be.
Because you're going to end up with a lot of relievers and guys throwing different all over the place. And But it's worked out okay for the Tigers today because the offense put up a lot of runs for them.
Yeah, when you're on that end of the blowout, it's different.
Stubbs with a line drive to deep left field. It's over the head of Dirks and off the wall. He's going to try for two, and the throw will not be in time. He's in there easily with a 2-out double. That keeps the inning alive for the Indians.
They got a ball middle in, turned on it. It goes off the wall. Stubbs gets his second hit. And it's 7 total for the Indians.
Now Ryan Rayburn, who walked his only time up, he came on for Michael Bourne back in the 7th. And a strike over the inside corner. Another ball in the dirt, and Avila has to chase one to the backstop. Down the third goes Stubbs on the wild pitch. Just look, how about the look on Avila's face? Whew. That's one of those if looks could kill, huh?
Well, their bullpen is, they're going to have some issues.
One ball, one strike to count for Rayburn. And that's down low, 2-1. Another ball in the dirt. Boy, I wish we'd have kept count of how many balls have been in the dirt just in this inning alone.
Well, don't ask Tommy because he'll start counting.
New statistical category, dirt balls.
Yeah. Well, there have been quite a few today.
Checks, it's up high, 3-1. Oh, boy. Mike Aviles would be next. If you're Ryan Rayburn here, he's in a good count, but you need a lot of base runners. We'll see what he's thinking. He grooves one in there. He lets it go, and he drives it to deep left field, and it is gone to Souvenir City. Ryan Rayburn with a 2-out, 2-run homer here in the bottom of the 9th. And it's now a 9-4 ball game. Rayburn with his 10th home run of the year. So a double followed by a homer with 2 outs in the inning.
Well, no doubt about that one. Hitters count. Rayburn loved it. He says, come on, give in. Give me the pitch I want. He did. He hit it out. 9-4 ball game.
And now Mike Aviles 0 for 1. Takes a strike. Swung on and missed. And a count 0-2. And a soft liner to short ends the ball game. The Tigers have won the first 2 in the series. 9-4 is the final today. And the Tigers go to 48-38 on the year, 10 games over the 500 mark. The Indians slipped to 45-42. Tribe has now lost 4 in a row. Detroit winners in 5 straight. And the Tigers have opened up a 3.5 game lead now in the Central Division. Anibal Sanchez comes off the DL, and he's pitching well now since coming back. And he's 7-5 now on the year. Carlos Carrasco loses yet again. He drops to 0-4. Time now for our key play of the game. It's brought to you by KeyBank.
Well, you go back into this 3rd inning, and it was a big one. It was 2 outs, and he hangs a breaking ball to Miguel Cabrera, and it gets him on the board. And after that, they just took off offensively. The next hitter, fielder, got another hanging breaking ball. They go back-to-back for the first time this year for those 2 guys. That's our KeyBank key play of the game. Proud to be the banking home of the Cleveland Indians.
Well, Ryan Rayburn shot one out of here, but the Indians fall short. 9-4 is the final. Indians Live comes your way next.